grandfather left the farm to my father. Of course, he left it to me. And then over the years, I bought adjacent farms. We now have 309. 390 something, 400 acres. But it was been a tobacco farm up until the day that the Bayard came through. And then Jeff took the Bayard in 2001, and I took it in 2003.
Well, one time we were growing close to 100 acres of tobacco, and that took quite a bit of man hours. It's about 250 man hours per acre. So we had a lot of labor, and it was pretty intense when came time to harvest, to cut the tobacco in the summer, and then all winter long we spent in the stripping room stripping tobacco. We'd start in the middle of September all the way through until end of March. Growing that much leaf was quite a job.
We were always raising corn, beans, and wheat, but when we stopped tobacco, we just put that land into the corn and beans. And we raised a few vegetables, sweet potatoes, and we raised field mums, which I've been raising for, I guess, 30 years at least. Maybe more than that. And we raised a few watermelon, cantaloupes, and that kind of stuff. But we're not in a big way. We have a little roadside stand that we sell off right here on the farm.
And it's on its honor system.
We grow corn and soybeans and barley and wheat. We grow about 150 or so acres of corn and 10 acres of small grains, barley and wheat, and double crop beans behind those, and then the rest of it goes into full season beans. I got out of college in '83 or end of '82, and my first crop was in 1983. I don't know if you remember, but that was one of the worst droughts we ever had. Governor Hughes and Wayne Cawley came here, and this is where they declared Maryland a disaster area. It was on this farm. It was the very first year we started all no-till. We've been continuous no-till in the grain ever since. We came through a couple years of drought a lot better than we did back in '83 because of no-till now.
I think a lot of people at first, when we did no-till, they thought that was the dumbest thing that they had ever heard of. But they could see the benefits because definitely Jeff has got a very good yield, and saving that soil is a part of that. He has always been ready to try anything that was new, anything that he thought would save him time, and anything that would save him money. It didn't matter. Some things didn't pan out, but most of the time he was a leader.
Then we moved into forage production, hay production, basically just for the horse market. I don't know, but Anne Arundel County is full of horses nowadays, mostly pleasure horses, some race horses, and we've developed a fairly good market for it. Soil conservation, is one of the most important things to a farmer, and everybody's concerned about the environment, but nobody is more concerned than the man who makes his living from it. So the farmer's going to take care of his soil, and in this area we have all rolling land. And it's a mar fine sandy loam, which is highly erodible. I think on our 400 acres, we don't have but 1 acre that's not classified HEL land. The main benefit of no-till is conserving the soil. Dad and I work about 700 acres. We don't have any labor, it's just him and I. I don't have time to go out and work the soil up 2 or 3 times and burn 10 gallons of diesel fuel an hour, and now I just go out there and spray it, come back a few days later, plant it, and nurture it along.
Well, I joined the Farm Bureau when I was 16, I think. I guess I was president of the Farm Bureau in Anne Arundel County for 20 years, all total. Every organization that you could mention we belonged to, I was on the Colonial Credit Board for 14 years. We've been members of Western Chapel Church all my life.
I worked for the soil conservation for nearly 36 years. I retired in 2001. I started as a typist, but I ended up being the district manager, and I was district manager for approximately 13 years. In that time, I always loved the farm, and anything that we could do to help the farm was just absolutely wonderful with me, and I worked to meet that goal. I was born on a farm. I was raised on that farm. But I swore that I would never marry a farmer, but I believe I did. So Earl and I have been married for 50 years, and our goal has just been to continue farming and make it the best that we could possibly make it.
We were first to put our farm in
Ag preservation.
ag preservation. This farm right here was one of the first. And we got almost everybody on this road to put theirs in. We had the biggest district for the longest kind of time. I don't know whether it still is or not, but
As long as I'm healthy and able, I'm not planning on changing this farm. I don't plan on any houses being built. I think there will always be a future for agriculture. I mean, everybody has to eat. Everybody has to wear clothes, and it all comes from agriculture. Development's closing in every day, but there are quite a few opportunities with that. The market for all of our grain and everything is right here. The chicken industry is on the shore. You know, we get a premium for our grain just because we don't have to haul it. So there's still a future here, and I like to see it continue.